Welcome to the Expensive Coins History channel, where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're going deep into the world of the 1992 Lincoln cent. At first glance, this penny may seem like just another copper-plated coin, but under the surface, some of these can be worth thousands of dollars. We're talking about a rare variety, a minting anomaly, and a collector's dream. This is not your everyday penny. So grab your change jar and a magnifying glass, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to identify the rare variety, and how much it could be worth in today's collector market. The Lincoln cent has been a cornerstone of American coinage since 1909. It was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, making it the first United States coin to feature a real person on the obverse. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has undergone several design changes and metal composition adjustments, yet it remains one of the most circulated coins in American history. In 1959, the reverse of the Lincoln cent was redesigned to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The new reverse featured the Lincoln Memorial and remained in use until 2008. The 1992 penny falls into this long-standing memorial cent era. The D mint mark below the date indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Now, what makes this coin so special? In a year when billions were produced, why are some of these pennies selling for thousands of dollars? Let's take a moment to look at the technical specifications of the 1992 Lincoln cent. The coin weighs 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Its composition consists of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, which is a copper plating over a zinc core. This composition was introduced in 1982 when the mint transitioned from a mostly copper coin to a more cost-effective zinc base. The obverse features the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Hidden in the shadows of that memorial is a tiny depiction of the Lincoln statue, making this coin one of the few where both the obverse and reverse show the same person. Now let's talk about what sets this coin apart, the rare and valuable 1992 AM variety. In 1992, the mint used reverse dies from different years during production. Most 1992 pennies were struck with the standard reverse design for that year, which features a wide AM and the word America on the reverse side. This means that the letters A and M are spaced apart with a noticeable gap between them. However, a small number of coins were accidentally struck using a prototype reverse intended for the following year, which had a close AM. The A and M are nearly touching or barely separated. This close AM reverse was not meant to be used in business strike coins from 1992. Especially not for the Denver Mint. That makes the 1992 AM penny incredibly rare. Fewer than a few dozen examples have been confirmed, and they are considered some of the most desirable modern Lincoln cents in existence. Identifying a 1992 AM penny is not complicated, but it requires close attention to detail. Start by flipping the coin to the reverse and focusing on the word America. Look closely at the spacing between the letters A and M. On the regular wide AM, there will be a clear space between them. On the close AM, the two letters are nearly touching or just a hair apart. Another helpful marker is the distance between the initials FG, which stand for designer Frank Gasparo, and the base of the Lincoln Memorial. On a close AM reverse, these initials are slightly farther away from the base than they are on a wide AM reverse. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe for best results. Under magnification, the differences become much clearer. Segment 5. Why it's rare. So, Why is this variety so rare? The close AM reverse was meant for proof coins beginning in 1993, but in a small number of cases, the mint accidentally used this reverse die on regular business strike coins in 1992. The error was not immediately caught, and only after years of collecting and close examination did experts begin to discover these rare variants, because the vast majority of 1992 D pennies were struck with the standard wide AM reverse. The close AM is considered a transitional variety, a type of error that occurs during a change in design or tooling. That makes it incredibly valuable to collectors who specialize in die varieties and transitional errors. Finding one in the wild is like hitting the modern coinage lottery. Let's talk about value. The worth of a 1992 D Lincoln penny depends on a combination of factors, including variety, condition, and eye appeal. Coins are generally graded on the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS60 or higher is considered mint state, meaning it has not been circulated and shows no signs of wear. The 1992 D penny in average circulated condition, with the regular wide AM reverse, is only worth face value. Even in uncirculated condition, unless it is a close AM, it typically sells for just a few cents to a few dollars, but the 1992 D close AM is an entirely different story. In 2025, a certified 1992 D close AM penny in mint state 60 or better can command prices from several $1,000s up to over $20,000, depending on the grade. High-end examples graded MS65 and above, especially with full red color and sharp strike, have sold for over $10,000 in the past and are expected to continue appreciating due to their scarcity. Even worn examples, if verified to be close AM, are still worth hundreds or thousands depending on condition. If you want to search for this rare penny yourself, here are a few tips. First, check your pocket change, penny jars, and old coin rolls. Focus on pennies from 1992 with the D mint mark. Use good lighting and a strong magnifier to inspect the reverse of each coin. Look for that close AM detail. If you believe you found one, avoid cleaning or polishing it. Submit the coin to a professional grading service for authentication and certification. A certified coin will fetch far more on the open market and give you peace of mind about its legitimacy. Also, stay informed. Join online coin communities, attend local coin shows, and study examples of known varieties so you can train your eye. The 1992 D Lincoln penny might be one of the most overlooked coins in modern circulation. While billions were minted and most are worth just 1 cent, a small number of these coins with the close AM reverse are worth thousands. It is a reminder that treasure still hides in plain sight. So the next time you get a handful of change, take a moment to flip those pennies over and examine them closely. You never know what rare and valuable piece of history might be resting in the palm of your hand. The 1981 no mint mark Lincoln cent. On the surface, this might seem like just another common penny. But as you'll soon discover, not all coins are created equal, even among billions. What makes the 1981 Philadelphia minted Lincoln penny worthy of attention? How much can it be worth today in 2025? What makes certain examples rare or valuable while others remain in pocket change? We will cover all of this and more, as we explore the story of this seemingly ordinary coin, its history, evolution, unique characteristics, and current market value. The Lincoln cent has a proud and enduring legacy. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, the design marked the first time a real historical figure appeared on a regular issue U.S. coin. Victor David Brenner's iconic portrait of Lincoln was featured on the obverse, while the reverse originally displayed 2 wheat ears. In 1959, on the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design remained in place until 2008, making it one of the longest-running reverse designs in American coinage. By the year 1981, the Lincoln Memorial cent was a staple of everyday commerce. Millions of Americans carried it in their pockets without a second thought. But beneath the surface, subtle changes and economic pressures were setting the stage for a transition. The 1981 Lincoln cent was struck during a transitional period in U.S. coinage history. It would be the final full year in which the 1-cent coin was minted using the traditional alloy of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. In 1982, due to the rising cost of copper, the U.S. Mint would switch to a new composition, a core of 99.2% zinc with a thin copper plating, bringing the overall copper content down to just 2.5%, that makes the 1981 issue the last of its kind. It represents the end of the era of true copper Lincoln cents. This alone gives the coin historical significance and makes it a cornerstone for collectors who seek completeness in their Lincoln series collections. In 1981, the Lincoln cent was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins struck in Denver bear a small d under the date, while those from San Francisco, which are proofs, carry an s. But the coins from Philadelphia, the focus of today's video, do not carry any mint mark at all. When collectors refer to a no mint mark penny from 1981, they are specifically referring to the coin struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike the Denver and San Francisco mints, which routinely marked their coins, the Philadelphia Mint did not place a mint mark on 1-cent coins at that time. It's important to note that this absence of a mint mark is not an error. Rather, it was the standard practice for the Philadelphia Mint until 2017, when a P mint mark was added to cents for the first time to commemorate the U.S. Mint's 225th anniversary. Because of this, many coins from Philadelphia appear anonymous in terms of origin. But experienced collectors know how to identify and distinguish them based on the lack of a mint mark, strike quality, and other subtle diagnostic features. The 1981 Philadelphia Lincoln cent was struck in massive numbers. Over 7 billion coins were produced at the Philadelphia Mint alone. This makes it one of the most heavily minted dates in the entire Lincoln cent series. Due to this enormous mintage, the coin is incredibly common in circulated grades. In fact, most Americans have handled one of these pennies at some point without even realizing it. In rolls of pennies, in old coin jars, and in the drawers of thrift stores, the 1981 Lincoln cent continues to circulate quietly. However, while the vast majority of these coins are worth only face value, certain examples can be worth significantly more, especially if they meet very specific criteria. There are 5 major factors that determine the value of a 1981 no mint mark Lincoln cent: condition, color, strike quality, grading, and rarity of variety or error. Condition is the single most important factor. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with mint state coins starting at grade 60. A heavily circulated 1981 penny with scratches, worn surfaces, and discoloration will generally be worth only 1 cent. However, coins in mint state, especially those graded MS 65 or higher, can command higher prices. Color is another vital consideration. Copper coins change color over time due to oxidation. As a result, collectors classify Lincoln cents into 3 categories: brown, red-brown, and red. Red coins, those that retain at least 95% of their original red copper color, are the most desirable and valuable, strike quality also plays a role. Some 1981 cents were weakly struck or have uneven surfaces. But sharp, well-struck examples with full details on Lincoln's hair, beard, and the Lincoln Memorial columns are preferred by collectors. Grading and certification by professional services such as PCGS or NGC can significantly enhance a coin's marketability. A 1981 penny graded MS-67 read by a major grading service is much more valuable than an uncertified example, even if both appear similar to the untrained eye. Finally, rarities and errors can push values even higher. While the standard 1981 no-mint mark penny is common, certain varieties, such as double dies, off-center strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planchet, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on severity and demand. If you're searching through rolls of pennies or inspecting your change for valuable 1981 no-mint mark cents, here's what to look for: coins that show no signs of wear, with full details on Lincoln's cheek, jawline, and coat. A bright red or orange color with original mint luster, clean fields with minimal contact marks or scratches, strong strike definition on the Lincoln Memorial, particularly on the stairs and columns, error signs such as doubling of the date or lettering, off-center alignment, or unusual planchet characteristics. These characteristics are uncommon among circulated coins but may still be found in old bank rolls, hoards, or inherited collections. As of 2025, the market for Lincoln cents remains strong, especially for copper issues. Prior to 1982, while the majority of 1981 Philadelphia cents remain worth only 1 cent in circulated condition, values can vary significantly in the upper grades. In circulated grades, typical examples are worth face value, about 1 cent. Uncirculated coins in grades MS-60 to MS-63 generally sell for between $1 and $5. MS-64 and MS-65 red examples can fetch $10 to $25 depending on eye appeal and demand. MS-66 red examples are more scarce and may be valued between $50 and $100. MS-67 red coins become rare and can command prices upwards of $200 or more. Coins with errors or unique varieties may fetch premiums ranging from a few dollars to several hundred, or even more. Depending on rarity, keep in mind that actual prices vary depending on the coin certification, the reputation of the grading service, and current market trends among collectors. The 1981 Lincoln cent holds a special place in many collections. It marks the end of an era, the last full year of copper composition before the shift to zinc. Collectors who build full date and mint sets of Lincoln cents often seek high-grade examples of the 1981 Philadelphia issue, while the coin is common in lower grades. Securing a top-grade example with full red color and no imperfections is a challenge. Many high-end registry set builders compete for the finest known specimens, which drives up auction prices for top population coins. In addition, younger collectors and casual hobbyists often enjoy searching through rolls or inherited jars of coins in hopes of finding a valuable example. The thrill of discovering a rare coin in everyday change continues to fuel interest in the Lincoln series. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln cent may not be rare in the traditional sense, but it holds lasting significance in American numismatics. As the last full year of the true copper Lincoln cents and a product of the historic Philadelphia Mint, it offers both historical value and collector appeal. Whether you're a casual hobbyist or a dedicated coin hunter, there's value in understanding the subtle factors that turn an ordinary penny into a collectible asset. From condition and color to grading and certification, each detail plays a role in determining value. So the next time you come across a 1981 penny with no mint mark, take a closer look. You may just have a gem hiding in plain sight. The 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. While most of these 1-cent coins are worth exactly what they say, 1 cent, there are certain specimens that defy expectations, rising in value due to pristine condition, unique errors, or collector demand. In this video, we're going to explore the history behind the coin, how to identify key features, what to look for in terms of rarity, and how much these pennies can be worth in today's market. Stay tuned, because what may seem like a common pocket change find might just be worth hundreds, or even more. The Lincoln cent has a storied past. First introduced in 1909, it was created to commemorate the centennial of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person's likeness, and the decision was a significant one. Designed initially by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin has remained relatively consistent for over a century, with minor modifications to detail and texture. The reverse, however, has seen notable changes. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse of the coin featured the iconic wheat ears, also known as the wheat penny. Then, from 1959 through 2008, the reverse was updated to feature the Lincoln Memorial, the design present on the 1994 penny. This version was created to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and was designed by Frank Gasparo, then the chief engraver of the United States Mint. The year 1994 falls squarely within this Lincoln Memorial era, and the coins from this year carry the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Grand Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. These coins were minted for mass circulation and are part of one of the most abundant coin series in the history of the United States. The 1994 Lincoln penny was produced at several U.S. mint facilities. However, today we are focusing on the coins produced in Philadelphia, which are identifiable by the absence of a mint mark. Unlike coins minted in Denver or San Francisco, which carry the D or S mint marks respectively, Philadelphia minted coins from this period traditionally did not include any mint mark at all. So, if you're holding a 1994 penny and it has no letter under the date, you're looking at a coin that was struck in Philadelphia. The absence of a mint mark is normal for this coin and does not necessarily make it rare. However, other factors, like condition, errors, and strike quality, may affect its desirability and market value. These coins were struck using a copper-plated zinc planchet. Each coin consists of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, a composition that was first introduced in 1982 due to rising metal costs. The penny has a diameter of 19.05 mm and weighs 2.5 grams. Its edge is plain, and it carries the standard inscription, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln's head, "Liberty" to his left, and the date to his right. Now, here's where things start to get interesting. Although billions of 1994 pennies were produced, there are select varieties and error coins that are significantly more valuable than the standard issue. Let's begin with double dies. A double die error occurs during the manufacturing of the die itself, when the design is accidentally impressed onto the die more than once in a slightly different position. As a result, coins struck by this die show doubled images, often visible in the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile. While no major double die errors are officially documented for the 1994 no mint mark penny, minor doubling has been reported and can increase the coin's value depending on visibility and prominence. Next are off-center strikes. This error happens when the coin is not properly aligned between the dies during striking, resulting in a coin where part of the design is missing and shifted off-center. The more dramatic the misalignment, particularly in the 50 to 75% range, the higher the value, especially if the date remains fully visible. Another sought-after error is the die crack or die break. Over time, minting dies develop small fractures due to stress and repeated use. Coins struck with these cracked dies often exhibit raised lines across the surface, sometimes forming shapes that resemble objects, such as the popular spiked head or cut errors. Though these are relatively minor in nature, the visual intrigue they provide can make them popular among collectors. Then there are transitional or wrong planchet errors. While extremely rare, a coin from 1994 struck on a blank intended for another denomination, such as a dime or foreign coin, would be a major mint error and could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on its condition and how obvious the mistake is. The condition of a coin, referred to as its grade, is one of the most important factors in determining its value. Coins are graded on a numeric scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a flawless, mint state example with no visible imperfections under magnification. For Lincoln pennies, color also plays a critical role in grading and pricing. Copper-plated zinc pennies are classified by color into three categories: red, red-brown, and brown. A red coin retains more than 95% of its original coppery mint luster and is the most valuable of the three. Red-brown coins have some original luster but show signs of oxidation or toning. Brown coins have lost most or all of their red surface and appear darker due to age and handling. A 1994 no-mint mark penny in brown condition, even if uncirculated, will be significantly less valuable than a bright red version with the same numeric grade. Coins graded MS 65 and above, MS meaning mint state, begin to carry collector premiums. An MS 66 or MS 67 red example can be worth multiple dollars or more. Coins graded MS 68 and MS 69 are extremely rare and highly desirable. Coins at this level are often certified by professional grading services and housed in tamper-proof holders for authentication and preservation. As we enter 2025, the value of the 1994 no-mint mark penny continues to be influenced by collector demand, the condition of individual coins, and the presence of error features. For the vast majority of these coins found in circulation, the value remains at face 1 cent. However, a coin in uncirculated condition with a clean strike, full original red color, and minimal surface marks can bring in anywhere from a few cents to several dollars. A certified coin graded MS 67 red can sell for $20 to $50, depending on market trends and buyer interest. At the MS 68 red level, coins have been known to sell for several $100s, often crossing the $500 threshold when visually stunning. Coins with major errors, such as off-center strikes over 50%, strong double dies, or wrong planchet strikes, can sell for hundreds or even more depending on rarity and visual appeal. It is important to note that pricing can fluctuate. Market trends, collector sentiment, and recent auction results all contribute to what a coin may actually sell for. Certified coins always command more than raw examples because the grade and authenticity are backed by third-party experts. If you're hoping to find a valuable 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, here are a few tips. First, check the coin's color. Red coins are the most valuable. If your penny is bright, lustrous, and scratch-free, it may be worth a closer look. Second, look for errors. Examine the date, the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" for signs of doubling. Check the rim for off-center strikes or die breaks. Any unusual or dramatic feature could mean your coin is worth more than face value. Third, do not clean your coins. Cleaning a coin destroys its natural surface and dramatically reduces its value. If you believe you have a high-grade or rare example, consider submitting it to a professional grading service for authentication and preservation. Finally, store your coins properly. Use coin flips, holders, or albums designed for numismatic protection. Keep them away from moisture, excessive light, and fluctuating temperatures. To the casual eye, the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny may seem insignificant, just another cent in the change jar. But to those who know what to look for, this common coin can sometimes hold uncommon value. Whether it's a high-grade gem or a rare mint error, the potential for treasure still exists in everyday currency. The 1998 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, this coin might seem like an ordinary piece of copper-plated zinc, but beneath the surface lies a rich history, subtle varieties, and a market that collectors should never overlook. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just curious about the pennies jingling in your pocket, this video will give you everything you need to know about this particular coin's story, rarity, and its value in the year 2025. The Lincoln cent is arguably the most iconic coin in United States history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it was the first American coin to feature a president's portrait. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse shows a dignified profile of Lincoln, symbolizing unity and strength. Fast forward to 1998, the coin retains the classic Lincoln portrait on the front, while the reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to replace the original wheat ears reverse. This design remained in circulation until 2008 before giving way to the 2009 bicentennial designs and, subsequently, the Union Shield design starting in 2010. The 1998 penny is made primarily of zinc with a copper plating. This change in composition began in 1982 when the rising cost of copper made the traditional bronze pennies prohibitively expensive to produce. The coin measures 19.05 mm in diameter and weighs approximately 2.5 grams, making it lighter than earlier pennies but maintaining the same size and appearance to the casual observer. The 1998 penny was struck at multiple U.S. mint facilities. Coins bearing a D mint mark come from Denver, those with an S from San Francisco, primarily proof coins, and the 1998 pennies with no mint mark were struck in Philadelphia. It is important to note that the lack of a mint mark on this coin indicates its Philadelphia origin, which traditionally was the primary mint and produced the largest quantity of coins. The Philadelphia Mint produced an astonishing volume of these pennies in 1998, well over 5 billion. This enormous mintage figure places the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln cent among the most commonly struck pennies in the modern era. Because of this mass production, the 1998 penny is readily available in circulation and collectors' sets alike. However, while the sheer quantity suggests it is a common coin, certain factors influence its rarity and potential value, which we will discuss in detail. One of the most intriguing aspects of modern penny collecting is identifying varieties and small differences that can make an otherwise common coin valuable. For the 1998 no-mint mark penny, one of the key points of interest is the spacing of the letters in the word America. On the reverse side, collectors refer to these as the wide AM and close AM varieties. In the wide AM version, the spacing between the letters A and M in America is noticeably broader, while in the close AM variety, the letters are tightly spaced. Although this may sound like a minor detail, it is significant in the numismatic world because the wide AM version is scarcer in high-grade uncirculated coins, leading to increased collector demand and, therefore, value. Determining which variety you have requires a careful visual inspection, ideally under magnification. The difference is not easily seen with the naked eye unless you are specifically looking for it. In addition to the wide AM variety, other rarities and errors exist among 1998 pennies, though they are far less common. These include double die varieties where the coin shows a doubling of certain elements due to a misalignment during the die preparation process. Such errors can dramatically increase a coin's value if genuine and properly graded. Collectors should also be aware of minting errors such as off-center strikes, planchet flaws, and die cracks. While these errors can be fascinating and valuable, they tend to be less common in the high-volume 1998 penny production run. When it comes to coin value, condition is king. The difference between a worn, circulated penny and a pristine, uncirculated one can be the difference between a coin worth 1 cent and one worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state 70, MS 70, with many intermediate grades such as good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, and various mint state grades starting at MS 60. For the 1998 penny, the most valuable examples are those in uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS 65 and above. Key indicators of condition include the sharpness of details on Lincoln's face, hair, and coat, the clarity and completeness of the Lincoln Memorial columns on the reverse, the absence of scratches, and the presence of original mint luster, that bright, reflective sheen that distinguishes a freshly minted coin from one that has been handled and worn. Additionally, modern pennies come in 3 color categories: brown, red-brown, and red. Red pennies retain most of their original copper color and are more sought after by collectors than brown pennies, which have naturally oxidized and darkened over time. Red-brown coins fall in between. A high-grade red 1998 no-mint mark penny, especially in the wide AM variety, commands a premium. Now let's discuss the market value of the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny as of 2025. In circulated condition, the 1998 penny is almost universally worth face value, 1 cent, because of its abundant supply. Even pennies graded as fine or very fine will not significantly exceed face value. Once we move into uncirculated grades, values start to increase, albeit modestly for the standard variety. For example, uncirculated coins graded MS 63 to MS 65 with brown or red-brown coloration may be valued between $1 and $5. When the coin is a red uncirculated specimen graded MS 66 or MS 67, prices can rise to $10 or $20 or more. The real jump in value happens when we introduce the wide AM variety combined with high grades and excellent color. Uncirculated wide AM coins graded MS 66 or MS 67 with red coloration can fetch several $100s in collector markets and auctions. There have been documented cases of exceptionally rare specimens, especially those graded MS 68 or higher with the wide AM variety, selling for thousands of dollars. Such coins are prized by collectors due to their scarcity and the combination of both the variety and outstanding condition. Proof coins from 1998 struck in San Francisco, marked with an S, are a separate category and generally command higher prices than business strikes, particularly if graded highly and exhibiting premium proof qualities like deep cameo contrast. Several factors influence the rarity and value of the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. First is the mintage number. While billions of these coins were produced, only a fraction survive in uncirculated condition, and an even smaller percentage in pristine red color with rare varieties such as wide AM. Second, market demand plays a critical role. The Lincoln Cent series is one of the most collected U.S. coin series, and modern varieties like the 1998 wide AM have gained popularity in recent years, driving prices higher. Third, grading affects value dramatically. Professionally graded coins certified by reputable companies such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, command the highest prices. Certification assures buyers of authenticity and grade accuracy. Fourth, rarity of error coins such as double dies or off-center strikes, while scarce, must be authenticated carefully because many alleged errors are not genuine. Finally, collector trends and economic conditions can influence prices. Coins can fluctuate in value depending on market interest and precious metal or collectible market trends. If you believe you own a valuable 1998 no-mint mark penny, here are some steps to take. Examine the reverse of your penny closely, focusing on the spacing between the letters A and M in America. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to distinguish between wide AM and close AM. Assess the coin's condition. Is it shiny, bright, and free from wear? Or is it dull, scratched, or worn? Check for any visible errors such as doubling on letters or numbers, off-center strikes, or unusual markings. Consider professional grading. A reputable grading company can authenticate your coin, assign a grade, and provide a protective holder, increasing the coin's marketability. Research recent auction results or dealer prices for coins matching your coin's variety and grade to get an idea of its potential value. In summary, the 1998 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is a perfect example of how even the most common coins can hold hidden value. While most examples in circulation are worth little more than their face value, a combination of high grade, original red color, and the sought-after wide AM variety can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's treasure. If you happen to find a 1998 no-mint mark penny in excellent condition or suspect your coin may be a rare variety or error, it is worth having it evaluated by a professional. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes, the coins you least expect hold the most value. Thank you for watching this detailed exploration of the 1998 Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into coin collecting. And don't forget to leave a comment if you have questions or want to share your experiences with Lincoln pennies. Until next time, keep exploring the history and hidden stories behind the coins you encounter every day.